Hey.
It's Fat Albert.
Now I have to do it again.
Oh, shit. My bad.
Yeah, that was not a participation thing that we were just doing.
My bad.
What you just did was actually really disrespectful.
Yeah, you don't get a participation award for that.
The intro was
Damn,
my thing.
I was an early 2000s kid. I wanted that.
Guys, this is the Misfits Podcast, rated 5 stars on iTunes by 2. Or maybe that's just the day that it was posted. Yes, it is. Yep. It's short for Tuesday. No, it's
Nice.
the whole intro is just a mess. This review is by Yeet Me Fitzy.
Of course,
I was listening to this in the library and fuck, can we just start this podcast again?
No,
please?
keep going.
Yeah, let's do it again.
I was listening to this in the library and instead of connecting my AirPods, Flex, it connected to my Bluetooth speaker while Fitz was talking about Wheelchair Boy. My teacher is in a wheelchair and he rolled towards me as I was trying to pause this thing. I no longer have my phone for 3 months. I am writing this on my laptop. Thank you, Yeet Me Fitzy, for that fantastic review. That really made me...
roll.
Jesus. Well, Toby's here.
Hi.
Swagger's here.
Hi.
Mason's here.
Hi.
Matt's here.
Hi.
And of course, I'm here.
Jay is not here.
Jay is not here. Jay's doing some other stuff. It's just the 5 of us. Guys, first of all, I just want to get this out of the way. I didn't fuck my cat. I didn't come on my cat. I didn't put my dick anywhere near my cat. I've never done anything weird with my cats. I promised myself I wasn't going to make apology videos after last year's thing, so I'm just trying to be as short and honest with this as possible. Is that okay?
It's fine. It's
Okay.
fine by me.
Well, I just wanted to get that out of the way.
Epic.
Everyone in local news,
Sounds like you fucked your cat.
I did not fuck my cat.
That's something
Oh, sorry.
someone that
Did you
fucked his
come on
cat
your
would say,
cat?
though.
I did not come on my cat.
Did you do anything weird with your cat?
I didn't do anything weird with my cat or put my dick anywhere near my cat, okay?
Okay.
What about your dog?
I'm moving on to local news now. Shane Dawson. You may know him as a modest YouTuber. He's
got a few subs.
He's got a couple subs here and there. He recently got married to his very human boyfriend.
I thought he got engaged.
Engaged. You're right.
Congratulations, Shane. Thanks for listening to the podcast.
A day before this news broke,
Apparently he fucked his cat.
apparently he fucked this cat. I don't know. How did this whole thing start about Shane
Dude,
Dawson
the
fucking his
tweet,
cat?
his tweet came out of nowhere. I think people were pulling up like old videos and old tweets of his from like 2010.
That's right.
Yeah, wasn't it like
There
10
was a
years ago or
podcast.
something?
He was on a
Fuck.
podcast, or it was his podcast, and he was doing this bit that sounded very real about him, like how he used to play around with his cat when he was a teenager. Like I don't know what he said. He said like fingered or whatever.
Finger
like,
blast or
like
something.
finger blast his cat.
Lit.
And ejaculated on his cat.
Quotes.
And he said this, in a way where if you're not familiar with doing improv bits, like of course all of us are, being comedians, it might sound like he was actually just talking about jizzing on his cat in a later context.
Yeah.
I believe, now this is a hot take, guys. I don't believe he fucked his cat.
What?
I'm going to have to be honest
Where's
here.
the fun in that?
Yeah, he said it himself.
What am I
I
supposed to
don't
get
know.
upset at now? What the fuck?
It's weird. Like a whole bunch of people actually took this seriously, and weirdly enough, like some of the people who took it seriously were the people that I didn't expect to take it seriously.
Like who?
Like I'm not gonna name names. I'm just saying like there's a lot of
Call 'em
people
out.
who were like anti-censorship and anti cancel culture, and then something like this happens, and then they start going like Shane Dawson fucking jacked off on his cat. I can't believe it. This is disgusting.
I mean, there's a lot of people in the YouTube community that will just say what gets them views.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true enough. I mean, it is kind of hilarious. It's fun to joke about.
Crazy.
But yeah, I mean, since
and this is the second time this has happened. There was the baby thing as well.
yeah, he had this thing
Yeah.
where he called like babies hot. It wasn't even a.
He said he used to look up pictures of naked babies or something.
Yeah,
But it was very clearly a joke.
it was a different time. It would have been like 2012 where Shane was in his peak edgy phase. Almost as edgy as us. Could you believe
Almost.
Are we at that peak edgy phase? You think it's going to
it?
decline
We're
or
a
just get
different kind of
worse?
edgy than Shane. Shane was very much like sexual edgy.
It was like shock.
it was like very shock.
Yeah.
Very much
Yeah.
shock humor. And yeah, he said a bunch of shit about like, just fucking kids and
Fucking kids.
jacking off on
Yes.
cats.
Yeah.
And he said it in a way that made him sound serious, but in reality it was obviously a joke.
It's just
Fingers crossed.
It's just
at least.
the way he went about addressing it was not the way anyone should have.
He made the best copy pasta in the history of the
It was
internet.
really just like it's just going to be self-perpetuating from now on. I don't think it's ever going to escape
Yeah.
the fucking tweet.
I feel like he did that more out of like anger, just from like seeing so many people be like, "Oh my god," like freaking out about it. He's like, "Okay, I didn't like just because like almost nowadays you just have to say something like that to like get it through to people."
Dude, he's like one of the
Even though it
biggest
was a joke.
YouTubers in the world, and when things like this come out, people want to take you down, and you're getting a lot.
Yeah.
You get a lot of attention about it. A lot of people being like, "I can't believe that you masturbated on your cat. I just heard the podcast clip. I'm 12 years old and I don't understand comedy. And, a whole bunch of his young fans, who look up to him will see him in this new light of like, animal molester.
Yeah.
So, it makes sense that he addressed it and apologized, I guess. I don't know. It's weird. It makes me wonder if we're going to have to deal with something like that eventually.
I just hate the fucking trend of let's just go back 9 years and pick some shit some guys.
Yeah, there's so many people now on Twitter doing that. They'll scroll through people's like DMs or like tweets and stuff like that. Like the guy that used to like the head director at Marvel or something like that. He tweeted something like 8 years ago that someone dug up and then he got fired for it.
Director, James Gunn.
James Gunn. Yeah.
Guardian of the Galaxy.
What did he tweet? He tweeted something
stupid, but like they ended up rehiring him back again anyway.
Yeah,
so it's like
it's
just a PR thing to be like, okay, we fired him, shit like that.
Yeah, his co-stars I think fought for him to.
Yeah,
not the co-stars, rather the cast of the Avengers, the actors I think fought for him as well as the internet. Yeah, it's so odd. And then there was the whole Kevin Hart thing, which we talked about as well with the Oscars he was supposed to host.
Yep.
Yeah. So it's just I don't know. It's like. Some people really don't have anything better to do than to dig up shit in the past and try and get it viral to take down people on top.
Just so stupid. How do you expect someone to be the same person after 9 years?
No one
or
really
after
does.
10 years.
People just there's a very real thing I've noticed where if you're like on top in your field, like if you're Shane Dawson, if you're pulling millions and millions of views,
people just want to bring it down.
People want to bring it down. Same thing happened with Ninja. And it's just like when you get that big, it kind of I give you like 3 months until people start to turn on you and call you cringe or call you out on all kinds of shit that normally they'd get given a break on, like for any other YouTuber or any other actor or whatever.
It's like they're just to hate on like whoever's big at the time or hate on the new cool thing,
People just get bored of it. It's kind of like the natural swing of things, I don't know if it's possible for anyone to stay on top in their field in entertainment for over a year. I feel like it only happens with the people that blow up relatively quickly, though. Yeah, it's like they had a quick rise of success. Yeah. They're insanely popular and like actually not only popular but like record breaking, like kind of pave a new path in a way in terms of like what they're doing, and then inevitably after a month, it's no longer cool to like that person, whatever. Like you see it even on the front page of Reddit. You ever see like YouTubers who will always have their videos posted on our videos, always go up to the top.
And eventually, then they're like, their videos are so good. And then after like they'll hit a certain size, you're like, dude, why is this fucking dude's videos posted everywhere?
Like, I'm so sick of seeing this guy. I hate this guy's face. This guy looks stupid. They'll start nitpicking all these little things until they're just the whole website hates them.
There's one fucking little scandal or whatever.
Yeah, and then you're done.
Just fucking cannibalize them.
That being said, I don't think this is going to hurt Shane Dawson at all. I mean, it didn't hurt him last time. It's not going to hurt him this time.
People that liked him before are still going to like him. People that disliked him before are still going to dislike him. It's not going to change anything. The reason for that is that he didn't actually do anything wrong in the first place. Right? As
far as we know.
It was obviously a long time ago. And like it's different when you're a YouTuber than if you're a celebrity like Kevin Hart, who obviously had to deal with real consequences for his old joke. I can't even remember what he fucking said. It was just a joke. He's a comedian. What is wrong with the world? I think it was
something about like if his kid was gay. Something. It was, I don't know.
Yeah.
Actually, no, the Kevin Hart one was pretty questionable.
It was a tweet or a joke? Or?
It was a tweet, and it was something about his kid. If his kid was gay, he wouldn't.
But he's a comedian. Like, it was a joke, right? I'm pretty sure it was a joke.
I don't know if it was a joke.
It's hard to tell.
I remember it being a joke.
The person's like defined as a comedian. They say something questionable. You should be like, okay, is he joking? Like, you should automatically assume.
Even so, shit. Like, even if he was genuinely homophobic, like, let's say 9 years ago, right?
Yeah.
It's 9 years ago. So much growth happens in 9 years. He's obviously not homophobic now.
Yeah, no one's the same person they were 9 years ago, and no one. I'm not the same person I was fucking 2 years ago.
That's very true.
Like, after a certain amount of time is allotted, like, can't we have like a statute of limitations on retarded shit you say on the internet? Can't we just have
5 years after him saying the R word?
Sounds like we're talking about censorship, Swagger. I don't know about that.
I'm just saying, like, just fucking forgive people for saying shit fucking 5 years ago.
I don't know.
It's not relevant at that point.
It's kind of the problem with the internet is that it's just a simple fact. A majority of people in the world are frankly fucking retarded. Like, it's just the case. It really is.
If you're listening to this right now, there's probably a 25% chance you're a retard.
Yeah, like, so maybe flip a coin or something, see where you're at. I don't know. Heads are retarded. Tails are all right. All right.
I mean, there's also just so many people that just get jealous of YouTubers.
Mm-hmm.
And,
Or success in general.
It's it's success in general, but like YouTube, it's so obvious. Because YouTube seems like such a approachable job. Like it seems like such an easy job to get into.
Yeah.
But for so many kids, it's like, oh, you just start making videos.
Oh, that's easy to do. Anyone can do that, and that's where they start
hard.
with
And
shit.
then they see other people's success, and they just want to bring them down in any way they can.
Yeah, and they'll always use they'll defend the YouTubers they like, saying like, "Oh, YouTube is a hard job. YouTube's whatever." But with the people they don't like, they'll say, "All you do is play video games all
any
day.
dumbass can do that shit.
Why would anyone watch this guy?" It's like you're not his audience, all right? You're not his audience. It's not for you. Move on. There's lots of content to enjoy. I don't know. The internet's honestly, dude, being a YouTuber is maybe pretty jaded when it comes to internet comments, and I've kind of had to take a bit of a step back from my Twitter and reading my comment section just because I just get mad.
Yeah,
my comment section used to be so great
for
the longest time, and then eventually it just became a bit circle jerkish. You see one comment a few too many times, and it kind of just it impacts your mood, and then you're like, fuck,
I know that reading the comments on our Misfits Mr. Beast vlog.
Oh yeah.
I scrolled down the comments until there was maybe like 500 comments. Control F, short, and goddamn, it was heartbreaking. And then on the flip side, I do Control F, eyes and eyebrow. And then I feel really good about myself.
Yeah, let's talk about that. How do you feel having revealed this portion of your face?
My fucking eyeballs and my eyebrows. I mean,
it is.
That's a big step,
you could argue that it's the most recognizable feature of someone's face.
Yeah, someone can take a rip from the video and do like a retinal scan that can find your DNA.
Yeah, they're trying to go back, dude. So many fucking kids, so many internet detectives are going back into my 1 mil special to superimpose my fucking eyebrows onto the faces.
Yeah,
and hey, man. They're narrowing it down.
They're getting close.
There's a lot of
you that are getting close there.
There's a lot of people who are very sure they've found your face.
There's so many, dude. I get a fucking I get like 20 tweets a day of people going, "I found your face, DM me," which is obviously bullshit. And then I get emails to my business email saying that they found my face, which is fucking annoying.
Do people ever try to ransom you like? Swagger Souls, I found your face. Please add me on Discord so we can talk about this, or I will release the information.
One guy tried to do that.
Was that the guy that?
Yeah, it was a fucking nutcase.
That was crazy.
Yeah, that was so weird because he fucking.
Was that the guy you knew IRL?
I didn't know him. Oh, that was another story. I'm not even gonna get into that. That guy was just a fucking dick. Fucking. Anyways. Oh man.
I still get comments like that.
I'm just talking about that fucking one guy that was saying he worked for fucking Cartoon Network or whatever. It was just completely insane. Just legitimately insane. He thought he goes, "Your name is Eric, right?" And I was like, okay, well, this guy obviously doesn't have anything.
If they start out with, okay, so I know your name's Eric, all right? You already know you're dealing with a complete fraud.
I mean...
Wait, his name's not Eric?
Oh,
it's Jamie.
No, his name's
okay.
Jamie.
Sorry, Jamie.
Yeah. We have this fucking... What was I going to say? Fucking... Yeah, I mean, if somebody did get my face and approached me and said, if you pay me like $1,000, I won't release it, I'd say, fuck you. I'm an American. I don't negotiate with terrorists. Get the fuck out of here.
And then they post it online.
I'd fucking post it myself before they could. I'd make it proper.
Thing is, most people, they think that, I'll post a photo of Swagger's face on Twitter. You post a photo of someone's face on, like Swagger's face on Twitter, the chance of it actually blowing up and getting any traction is slim to none.
Yeah, because there's so many people that
have
are
no followers.
Yeah, and there's also so many people that are so certain that this is the one and this is the one, There's like 10 other people. They'll do that in the comments of my vlogs all the time where Swags is in them and I have to like blur out his face. They'll see someone else in the background. They'll be like, this is him, this is him, this is him.
I love it, dude. I honestly love it.
People still find that photo of me that Swagger posted on April Fool's Day.
Oh my God, that was like 2 years ago.
People still send that and go, I found Swagger's face. I'm like, that's fucking me. They sent it to me.
The best part about that is I talked with Toby about it. I was like, can you just send me like a fucking picture of you, like doing like an okay hand sign so I could post it on Twitter for a face reveal for April Fool's? And he's like, sure. And he sends me it and I put it up in Photoshop and I take the eyes and I make them red.
I remember that.
So it's more believable and then I posted it.
Yeah. It's fucking funny.
The most stoned I've ever looked.
I still see that occasionally in my mentions on Twitter. This shit's fucking weird, man.
Someone came into my Twitch chat yesterday and said, yo, Toby, one of my friends showed me Swagger's face reveal of Swaggy the other day, and it was just a photo of you, and they were so certain that it was true. It's so funny.
Yeah.
It's very weird. It's very odd.
I love reading comments like that where there are people like they're so certain on one thing, like they know it for a fact, and they're just sitting there arguing it and like trying to tell everyone off like they're a dumbass for questioning them. You're just sitting there like, the fuck.
So many people come
so
in and talk about the podcast, the video podcast, where like you can see the blurriest shit in the mirror of Swagger's face, and everyone's like, "What do you mean? Swagger's already revealed his face in the podcast." Like, okay, you can see a rough silhouette.
You can see basically a circle.
Yeah,
you see a circle, you see my gorgeous haircut, and you see my luscious beard.
Perfect.
Yeah, it's amazing.
That's all you need to see.
People are going to take
Stans
that.
Need.
They're going to take your new eye shot. They're going to take your hair from
Matt's
vlog, and then they're going to like
start using
compile
like the Google Deep Dream learning algorithm or some shit, and like make a 3D scan of his face with all those images.
Some guy. I mean, it's weird with like not having my face public because people can just pretend to be me without a helmet on and with a shitty fucking voice impression, and then bam, 40,000 fucking small children are fooled.
Or someone can be naked and put on the helmet, and then they think it's you
like
too.
Fucking anything for views, like fucking Chad putting my helmet on and taking a picture naked in the mirror with his cock and balls.
And he didn't see like the damage that could cause, or it's like
luckily I can still point out to people like
you can see the tattoos on him. It's obvious it's him, but there's still gonna be those people that think it's you though.
Yeah, but
no matter what.
The funny thing is, he took a fucking picture with his shirt on, with his cock and balls out too. So. You know, that's also something that just makes me go.
It's very obviously not you, though. It's very obviously not your body type.
Yeah, thank God.
Yeah.
Thank God I'm not that large.
Wow.
I was going to say,
Chad knows it.
Figure, but.
Chad knows it. It's all right.
And yeah, isn't there a guy on TikTok who does your voice? Is that what you meant with the 40,000?
He's got like 40,000 followers on TikTok. Hey, dude, if you're listening, I'm sure you're an all right guy. I'm sure you're cool. But just fucking change your name, dude. Stop. Why is your name not Swagger Souls? Like, come on.
Because he's using your voice.
Well, his name isn't yours. It's not Swagger Souls,
dude,
though.
Just please fucking change your name, okay? I'm just getting tired of seeing your face in my mentions and people being dumb enough to believe that it's actually me, okay? That's it. You can do your own shit, and that's fine. Just, I don't want my name attached to you.
He has no content besides... impersonating you though. That's his whole shtick, right? Isn't the whole shtick that he just does TikToks with
I don't know.
voice?
Maybe it's just that he sounds like me. I don't know. And then that was his thing. I don't know, man. It's just people actually think I'm him, and I think that's retarded.
I mean, most of the people that say they sound like you sound nothing like you as well.
They sound like fucking used car salesmen.
Hey, nice Swagger Souls here.
I was going through my old videos last night, and I went way back to like the surf days. And the voice you had back then.
Proto Swagger.
Proto Swagger. Damn.
Oh, man. It's so funny. It's just so funny.
Yes.
Me as well. My voice also. I think part of it was that my accent was still quite New Zealandish back then. Like my accent's changed quite a lot since then. But also just like, oh, man.
I feel like everyone just hates listening to themselves in the past.
I was putting on like a voice like this all the time. Or something. Trying to make myself sound deeper. It's so cringe. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, dude, I think everyone does that when they first start out. And then when they grow into their channel and grow into it, then they get more
I think it's more
relaxed.
just getting natural and comfortable with like speaking.
Yeah, Toby still does it when he does the ad reads. So.
Yeah, I do.
That's not your real voice?
Speaking of ad reads,
by the way. Voice you put on right now. Oh, shit.
Speaking of ad reads, by the way.
Yeah, we have 2 sponsors this time, and here they are. Here's the first one, or here's both of them.
Wow, great voice. Damn.
You decide.
Admit it. You think that cybercrime is something that happens to other people. You may think no one wants your data, or that hackers can't grab your passwords or credit card details. But you'd be wrong. Stealing data from unsuspecting people on public Wi-Fi is one of the simplest and cheapest ways for hackers to make money. When you leave your internet connection unencrypted, you might as well be writing your passwords and credit card numbers on a huge billboard for the rest of the world to see. That's why I decided to take action and to protect myself from cyber criminals using ExpressVPN. ExpressVPN secures and anonymizes your internet browsing by encrypting your data and hiding your public IP address. ExpressVPN has easy-to-use apps that run seamlessly in the background of your computer, phone, or tablet. Turning on ExpressVPN protection only takes 1 click, and using ExpressVPN, I can safely surf on public Wi-Fi without being snooped on or having my personal data stolen. For less than $7 a month, you can get the same ExpressVPN protection that I have. ExpressVPN is rated the #1 VPN service by TechRadar and comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee. So protect your online activity today and find out how you can get 3 months free by going to expressvpn.com/misfits. That's expressvpn.com/misfits for 3 months free with a 1-year package. Visit expressvpn.com/misfits to learn more. Thank you, ExpressVPN, for sponsoring the podcast. The second sponsor for today is Credit Karma. April 15th is coming in hot, but relax. Credit Karma is here for you because they make doing your taxes fast, easy, and free. Credit Karma Tax is a premium online tax product that is always free for everyone, from both state and federal taxes. Some free services don't include things like mortgage interest deductions, property tax deductions, rental property income, or self-employment tax, amongst other things. So you may end up paying to file your taxes with these services. With Credit Karma Tax, free means free. Just go to creditkarma.com/tax to get started. Filing your federal or state taxes is 100% free. Plus, you get a free audit defense. This means they'll set you up with pros to help guide you through the audit process for free. And they have an accurate calculations guarantee, so get the refund you deserve and not a penny less. Credit Karma Tax has helped millions of people by offering tax filing services for free that they'd have to pay for almost anywhere else. Credit Karma Tax is smart, easy, and 100% free way for you to do your taxes. Go to creditkarma.com/tax and file for free today. creditkarma.com/tax. Thank you so much, Credit Karma, for sponsoring the Misfits podcast.
Wow, what a great ad. That was fantastic. Or ads.
Fucking lit.
Thank you, those two companies.
Guys, the problem is that we don't actually know what they are yet.
And my phone's turned off.
Yeah, but needless to say, great brands right there, and we love working with them. They're fantastic.
Yeah, love them to death.
Love them to death.
Good job on them.
Please check them out.
Credit Karma, thank you.
Guys,
Credit
great,
Karma.
Credit Karma. That's
great
one.
product. Hopefully,
Service.
That was a great product/service, Toby.
Yes, that's right.
Thank you.
Great
It was
ad.
amazing. 1 or 2 ad reads.
Yeah, for anyone who doesn't know, if it's not already obvious to you, I record the ad reads after the podcast just because it's easier than doing it live. But
Having to do like
someday we'll
5
probably-
live takes.
Yeah, someday we'll probably have to do it live.
sometimes I just forget what the ad
Do
reads
you
are.
reckon we'll
when
ever
we
do
record.
like a live podcast or something like that?
Doubt.
Someone
Big
asked
doubt.
me that the other day on stream. They said, "Would you ever do a live podcast?" And I was asking them, "Would they mean?
Yeah.
Do they mean IRL or live on Twitch?" And they said live on Twitch. And I was like, "I just don't think it would be very
No,
good."
No.
Live
Honestly, I agree.
streaming a
Doing like live
podcast?
one
It can
in
be
person would
stressful.
be okay. Like doing one live in person would be different, but like doing it like a live stream is, I don't know. I don't know how I'd feel about doing that like
it would have to
consistently.
be something
you know?
real special.
I said that part of the reason why we wouldn't do it is because on Twitch you do have to censor yourself.
Yeah.
And having that in the back of your mind, even if it's something that you don't really ever say, like even if you don't say anything that's against TOS on Twitch,
It does like
it's
having
still
that in the back of your mind does fuck with
and
you,
it
yeah.
has an impact on the flow of conversation when you are having to think about what you shouldn't be
You
saying.
always have to be like minding yourself, you know?
Yeah, you can't talk about
Self-censoring.
jacking off on your dog exactly when you're
Yeah.
on Twitch.
Or finger banging your cat.
Yeah.
Think
Well,
about it,
actually,
yeah.
I mean, I can talk about anything because I can't get banned on Twitch.
That is true.
Why is
He
that?
has yet to be banned.
I don't know. I just haven't been banned, so I'm assuming it's impossible.
One of these days, you're going to get banned
We
so
could
hard.
test that theory.
I've now had 3
Just
staff
knock into
members
his
watch
room.
my streams, which, to be honest, probably just looks like I'm about to get banned.
More of them just start coming in until your entire audience is staff neighbors. Like, okay,
That's
we
if
should
they're
probably
watching you.
get rid of this guy now, right? Yeah.
This is kind of weird.
This is problematic.
Yeah, but what's been going on, boys? I'm still getting over my sickness, but I'm feeling better now. What's been happening with you?
Oh, I won an Apex. Well, no, actually, I didn't
Oh
win.
yeah, what?
I was in an Apex tournament with Oasis on Overwatch and Jackson. I don't know Jackson's Twitch name. Does anyone know
It's,
Jackson's
hey,
Twitch
I'm
name?
Katie.
No, that's not his Twitch name, though. That's just
Is
what he
it?
calls himself in games. Doesn't matter. Basically, I was in a tournament with Oasis on Overwatch and Jackson, and it was a Asian and Pacific area, sort of, so
Yeah.
like New Zealand and Asian countries and Australia and stuff. And our team was the #1 Australian team
Really?
in the
So what
tournament.
did you guys place?
8th.
Oh, wait, how many places were there overall?
There's probably like 30.
Okay.
But we won $2,000. So like we didn't do too well, but we did well if you ignored the Asian countries who they just have insane teams. And
yeah, they'll have like OCE in their name. You know, it's like fuck, these guys are gonna be like sweating or some shit.
You aren't allowed to have it was against the rules to have anyone that was currently in a pro team in the tournament.
Oh, so it's like an amateur one.
Jackson was saying that with APAC, the Asian countries always just get ex-pros and put them in. So the Asian countries always destroy. But the finals are next Saturday, I think.
Okay.
And that should be fun.
Very cool. I barely got any of that because I was too busy looking at Mason, who was just
chewing into the mic.
He was ripping the fuck out of the jewel. Swagger gave him his jewel.
I know, I didn't even give it to him. It was just sitting here in the fucking corner. And he yoinked the mother.
Sniped it out. I was waiting for him to put it on the left side.
You fucking dog.
Dog of the day. Dog of the day.
Don't chew gum on the podcast.
Don't chew the gum. Come on. No one wants to hear you chewing your gum.
I'm sorry.
Ripping the jewel. No, that's cool. Apex. I haven't really haven't gotten into Apex Legends very much.
It's so fun.
I really enjoyed it when it first came out, and at the moment, I can't play it for longer than like 2 hours.
Yeah,
without getting bored.
I can run like 5 games. I usually play until I get a fat fucking dubski, and then I usually rock out.
You always say fat dubski when you talk about Apex, and I want to know why.
PHAT fucking
He's
dubski,
like the dad
bro.
trying to sound hip with the kids. He's like, yeah, kids, I like getting those fat dubskis, you know?
It's gone past the point of irony, though, where you just actually call it a fat dubski.
Dude, it's a fat... What else do you want me to call it? It's not just a win. It's not, I'm an Apex champion. It's a fat fucking dubski.
Well, how many do you get a week?
A week?
Yeah.
Like fucking over 10?
No. He's not. He doesn't.
In the tournament, I think we probably won like 12 times.
I don't fucking game Apex 24/7. Get fucking 2,000 kills. Fucking sweaty nerds.
There's a lot of hackers in Apex.
Really?
Yeah.
During the tournament, we got killed 3 times by hackers. Speed hackers, wall hackers, aim lockers.
I never ran into one yet.
The anti-cheat sucks so hard that like I can't even start the game without it crashing because it needs me to disable my RGB lighting on my fan because apparently it detects like the program that does my RGB lighting
so weird
and thinks it's cheats, so I have to actually turn it off to play Apex Legends.
That's
crazy.
Very weird.
If you just buy a fan that has cheats built into it.
They have to hardware ban. I was talking with Toby about this.
Yeah.
Because
the game's free, so if you get banned, make another account.
That's the biggest problem with free-to-play games and introducing like competitive systems. That's what happened to like CSGO once they made it free-to-play. Is like there's way more cheaters.
Fortnite's pretty good at keeping cheaters out, right?
I think so.
I mean, McCreamy's still playing.
Yeah, he's not banned yet, so...
Yeah, I mean...
He showed me his aimbot the other day.
Oh, yeah?
Really weird. He
just walked into his room.
Take you seriously.
I see. You're joking about Jay cheating on Fortnite.
Yeah, I walked into his room the other day and he was streaming. I was like, oh, what the fuck is this?
The thing about Apex is it doesn't matter how different it is still just another Battle Royale game. Yeah. And, that means that it's only going to have a certain shelf life. It's going to get boring for most people.
I would say that, but
quickly.
it is a bit different from the other ones. It introduced like a bunch of like good core concepts with like when you jump, you stay with a team, like the pinging system and shit like that. And plus like the gunplay alone is a bit different than like Fortnite and other ones that's been out.
The core gameplay itself is still Battle Royale. So if you are sick of Battle Royale games...
Oh, I'm 100% sick of Battle Royale games.
You are going to get sick of
like
Apex eventually as well.
Battle Royales are just like the new zombie games.
Hitting the vape? You're getting just nicked out of your mind right now. What are you doing?
I am absolutely nicked right now, Cameron.
Why do you keep hitting the vape so much?
Toby has this weird thing where every fucking vape he has either tastes like lean or it tastes like fucking
How do you know what that
tastes like?
Do a bit of sipping in my spare time.
Wow, okay.
Costs more than your rent.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's right. I don't pay rent.
Yeah, true. Any lean costs more than our rent.
Thanks, boys. That's you guys paying for that.
The only lean you have is like when you're fucking trying to wobble downstairs after you're fucking getting nicked out.
What?
Nice one, Matt.
I tried.
I don't know. Apex is it's a really good game, but for some reason I just haven't gotten into it, I guess.
Yeah,
I think it's probably because I have to be good at it to enjoy it, and I'm just don't have the time to get good at Apex.
That is
it seems
true.
like as the Battle Royale games stay out for longer, it gets progressively harder and harder to get wins. Like when it first came out, Apex was so easy to get wins in. It's kind of like Fortnite. Whenever there's like a new season drop or something, it's impossible to get a win first because there's so many kids trying.
I think we've played enough games that when a new game comes out, we're generally pretty good at it.
Yeah.
But then as other people get good, we drop off.
Yeah.
Or at least I do.
Yeah.
So, Logan Paul released a movie.
Yeah, what's the deal?
Is it released? I thought he just released a trailer.
No, it came out today, right?
Yeah.
Is it like self-made or like he starred in a movie?
It's self-made.
Self-made,
It's on his
I think.
channel.
This is fucked.
It's like
It's
50.
fucked. It's like,
You've burnt the coil.
did I?
Yeah.
Oh.
You just used it too much.
You broke
It's
it?
fine. Yeah, we can replace it.
I've
but-
broken the vape.
He's broken the
actually
vape.
nicked
He's
too hard.
used the vape so much that it wasn't getting enough juice to put up with the amount that he was drawing, so it was just burning the cotton.
You're too hard for the vape,
You're just
bro.
inhaling cotton.
Just inhaling burnt cotton.
Dude,
That's why I tasted cheap.
You nicked too hard, bro.
you
Man,
nicked out too hard,
Maybe
dog.
may need to up my neck, dog.
No cotton for no games.
I might be crazy.
Lower the Nick.
I might be crazy, but I swear to God, I just heard someone say the N-word, and I don't know if it's true or not. But
I
there
don't
you
think
go.
so.
I swear to God, I heard it, but maybe I'm crazy.
It's on edge every time we say Nick.
Okay. Anyway, Logan Paul released a movie. It's 50 minutes long, right? Or something
Yeah.
like
Has
that.
anyone watched it?
Nah, we should
No.
watch it together.
I'm curious.
Yeah.
It's
What's the plot line?
it's about flat Earth theory.
Here's the thing. It's the trailer makes it look like a documentary, but it also almost makes it look like a mockumentary.
It is a mockumentary. The whole thing's
He's making
satire.
fun of like flat
Okay,
earthers.
that's what I
or-
thought.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that wasn't clear in the trailer, and I was like, if this is a mockumentary, I actually think this could be pretty funny.
Yeah.
It might be pretty good.
I like skimmed it. I didn't really watch any of it though. I was like, I just couldn't be fucked. But yeah, it's a 50-minute mockumentary, I guess, about flat Earth theory. Because he said in this podcast, which is way worse than this podcast, by the way, like totally dog shit. Like we get more views. He said in this podcast that he like believed in flat Earth theory or something, or I believe he like came out as a flat earther, you know.
Really?
And he sounded serious, but you know, obviously he was doing it for attention. And yeah, now he's made this in response to that whole meme.
The movie's a mockumentary.
Yeah, it's him like jokingly trying to find the end of the world or whatever, I think, and like prove that flat Earth theory is correct.
Sail
I was
off the
getting my
steam.
hopes up there. I thought
Honestly,
It was a good movie, or the Earth was flat.
the Earth was flat, man.
Why do you want the Earth to be flat?
I mean, that'd be a bit of a meme. I kind of want it to be flat.
The Earth isn't flat. The Earth is hollow.
We landed on the moon. God bless America.
We didn't land on the
Fucking
moon.
course we did.
Oh,
Yeah, wasn't
Goddamn.
that was
Moonlight.
like
I believe you
that
guys
was recorded
did.
in a studio, right? That was fake though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
100%. I was there.
I have a theory that the world's inverted.
What does that mean?
What? What?
Are you living in like the alternate reality of like Stranger Things, where there's like you have the actual world,
Living
and
in
you
the
have, like-
upside down?
Yeah, is he in the upside down world or some
I
shit?
don't know.
Let's hear it.
Explain.
I believe there's either three possibilities. Okay,
Okay.
One,
one,
through it. All right.
the Earth is round.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Two.
Spherical.
The Earth is flat,
Okay.
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 and three, the Earth is inverted.
That's where you lose me. So
Yeah,
what does
okay,
that
okay, but what do you
What
mean?
does
What
that
do you
mean?
mean by
Inverted.
inverted?
What does that mean?
So picture the round shape of the Earth, right? It's a
Yeah.
sphere. Okay,
So instead of like living on the outside, we live on the inside.
inside, correct.
So
it's
when
like
like
hollow
we
Earth.
launched to space, where does it just like stop?
no, we
or-
didn't launch to space.
I think
Yeah, it's impossible. They faked that shit.
the what's it called? The fucking like the
core?
atmosphere.
Yeah, the atmosphere.
Yeah, once you enter that atmosphere, whether it's a split second
Uh-huh.
or whatever micro moment,
Micro moment.
Micro
Ooh, I love
moment.
that little micro moment.
Little
Yes.
micro moment.
you are no longer in that sphere.
You teleport outside
you
of it.
teleported
So
outside.
okay. So let me get this
So
straight.
it's like a wormhole.
It's like a
okay.
wormhole.
So the
Mason,
world
not
is
gonna
a-
lie, not gonna lie to you. You've completely fucking lost me, bro.
So the world is a massive ball.
Right.
We are on the inside of the ball.
We are in the
So
inside.
like
of
we're
the
like
ball.
resting on the wall of the ball.
However,
Yes.
if we
And-
fly far enough into the atmosphere,
Into the
we
center.
go through a wormhole that takes us to the outside.
So there's like a wormhole in the middle, which looks like the sky. Okay, so when you look up, you see the sky.
yeah, right.
And when you go into this,
Yeah.
you pass through, you go through the black hole, and you're out of space.
Yeah.
But, and here's where it gets tricky. From outer space, we have footage of the world. How come from outer space it looks like we're on the outside of the ball if we're on the inside of the ball?
That's a good question.
Please
it's
explain.
reflected.
Maybe. Well, those photos, right?
Okay.
I believe they're 2-dimensional.
That's
That's kind of how photos
all
work. Yeah, you
photos
can
are
pick 'em up.
two-dimensional.
But if it looks 2-dimensional from the picture, then maybe that is the term for what flat Earth must be.
So if you take
That's
a photo,
where the flat Earth
so the
theory
photos of the
comes in.
space from space of Earth, it's flat Earth because the photos themselves are flat.
But
So
fla-
it's
but
you
flat
can
Earth.
only
No,
see
but
half
flat
the
earthers
Earth.
believe those
Yeah.
photos are fake.
Well, they could be fake. They couldn't be. You know, like
But wait, like from space, you can see like New York on the outside of the ball of the globe,
Right.
of the sphere.
Reflected, Fitz.
Yeah, it's like reflected. Like what is actually on the outside of the sphere?
Maybe it's half the sphere, but it's like hollow. So it's like a half a like if
So
you,
it's like a sphere, like a semicircle, but then you can go on the inside
like
as well.
if you cut a tennis ball in half.
Okay.
But surely then, like, let's say, like, what countries are on the inside? What countries are on the outside?
What do you mean?
Like,
America's on the inside, all the other shithole countries are on the outside.
All right.
No, the Earth doesn't rotate. The islands move around the.
But what we're now talking about is a semicircle floating through space. Am I correct, or am I wrong?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, like, let's say America's on the semicircle.
Yeah.
I'm like pointing to the underside of the outside of the semicircle for the listeners at home, and then you travel to England, which is like you go right up to the cusp of the semicircle, and you go inside the hollow semicircle. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
So, but like, surely you would experience that.
No, gravity.
Gravity.
Okay.
I didn't consider gravity.
Fourth option here.
Very scientific, Toby. Very scientific.
Fourth option here. We're all just living on Halo. That's all it is.
Shut the fuck up, man. That is absolutely ridiculous. And I will not have any of that
absurd.
complete pseudoscience on this podcast. Okay?
You're right. My bad.
That's
I'm
a
sorry.
complete. That theory has been
Probably should've brought
disproven
that up.
so many times.
I feel like an idiot now. Everyone's going to call me a Halo Earther. Jesus.
Everyone's going to call you such a
Hello,
idiot.
Arthur.
Now, this semicircle theory, though, there's something to this, and
It could be, dude. All right, I'm fucking cool.
Hashtag semicircle Earth or hashtag Halo Earth. You guys decide.
Hashtag Hollow Earth. Hashtag semicircle Hollow Earth. Hashtag semicircle not Hollow Earth.
I gotta say,
That's another option.
I am more inclined to believe Hollow Earth theory than I am Flat Earth theory.
Of course.
Of course,
Because flat Earth, what the fuck?
that's retarded.
Yeah, it just
Yeah.
doesn't make sense.
Have any of you ever dug something? There's no proof that you can actually go down. The Earth is hollow.
Yeah, what happens if you go right down through the hollow Earth and you end
Do
up
you
on
just
the
fall
outside?
through?
You just teleport to, is that like in Minecraft? You like keep digging, then you just no clip and you're like up in the
Is it
sky all of a
bedrock?
sudden and you fall to your death.
How far have we dug down?
We've,
Pretty far.
I believe,
Couple miles.
A little ways.
Yeah, like maybe.
What's like the
I think it was
deepest
like
thing?
11 miles or
the
something.
trench or whatever
Maybe?
is like 10 miles
No,
down or something.
Mariana's
I mean,
Trench is different.
maybe. Now, hear me out here, but maybe, like it's like so many miles long. Like maybe we are actually just living in a massive cave, like underneath the surface of a bigger planet. We're inside this little hollowed out sphere, like deep in the ground of this other planet. And yeah, there's a black hole in the middle that we can use to teleport to outer space. Or maybe, like, we've never been to space at all and it's all a lie.
Maybe that black hole is
It
the
is all a
source
lie.
of Earth's gravity.
Right now, I'm scared.
Okay.
Speaking of space, if you guys were the first person to land on Mars, what would your words be that are jotted down in the history books forever?
Alex is a stupid.
Where are all the aliens at? I thought they were going to be here.
It wouldn't be a Mars bar, mean, because that'd be shit.
I mean, that's a lot of pressure.
Only you would think of that.
I believe he was going to think of that.
What?
Mars bar.
I wouldn't have made it a joke.
Really?
Yeah.
What would you say?
Oh, it's some gay fucking poetic shit. I don't know.
what a loser.
Patriotic stuff.
What?
Something patriotic, perhaps.
Probably not. No.
American.
So, knowing Swag, he'd probably go up there and just talk about the Second Amendment or something.
Hey, where'd my gun go? I was coming here to shoot aliens. I'd probably like trip over a rock and then become the first person to die on Mars.
I would just.
Two statistics in one.
Yeah, dude, like
First one to walk on Mars, first one to die on Mars.
I start my quote and then I trip over a rock and break my fucking head shield
One
and
stall.
just start choking.
One small step for man, one giant.
Jesus Christ, that's pretty dark.
That's lit.
That'd be
I
lit.
would probably just meme it and say something like, "Guys,
Jump down, say some gay
I can
shit.
see the whole Earth from here. It's flat. It's flat after all. It's flat, and then like the transmission ends."
Yeah.
That would send the world into a frenzy if an astronaut actually went out to space,
like,
and that was what they said.
Hey, why is the Earth flat?
Yeah.
What the fuck? Wait, is that a hollow semicircle?
It just cuts this to his feed.
Isn't there? There's a movie called Elysium, isn't there? And
Yeah.
it's like, isn't that the concept of like the Earth being inside out?
I don't know. I haven't
Isn't
seen
that
that.
kind of like Halo though? Like with the rings
Or is it with
whatever?
Yeah, that was on. It was a
Yeah,
Halo.
Halo theory. See, I was right.
What's the Halo theory?
We're all living on Halo.
Well, no,
no one-
in,
no one's got-
in,
the other
in
side.
Elysium, the world isn't on the Halo. They built
Yeah.
a second world for the rich people that is a Halo.
Ah, okay.
Oh, can we live there?
Yeah, we're rich.
Are we there,
Yeah.
dude? That's
Nice.
pog.
Yo, Misfits Podcast being live streamed right from Elysium. What's going on, guys? What's up to all the poor people on the semicircle Earth? How you doing?
Jesus. Yeah. Imagine if we do get to a point where the world is so like, I don't know, polluted so overrun by just, I don't know, it's almost inhabitable, right?
What's the difference?
And then all the rich people just leave everyone in poverty on Earth.
Jesus.
And there's now two human occupancies in space. One
just be like Wall-E. Everyone just jumps on a ship.
Something funny yesterday. We were watching Wall-E. Me, Matt, and Mason had a movie night.
Oh, Wall-E's a good movie.
Dude, it was just like, I was thinking like the entire movie, I was like, I know this is a fucking Pixar film and like they don't have to be scientifically accurate. So, I mean, I was just, in the beginning when the rocket comes down and drops off Eva, the rocket lands, drops off one robot and then fucking goes right back up like a minute later. And I'm like, what a terribly sad waste of fuel and money. Like, you're gonna drop off one little robot and then go back up?
To be fair,
that's the theme of the movie.
Wally's canceled.
That's the theme of the movie, though. It's like overdoing everything and shit like that.
But to be fair, it's not just dropping off one robot. It is dropping off a robot to pick up the only form of life on Earth.
Yeah, but why wouldn't you have like there was many robots that was on that ship. I don't know why they just didn't do like a squadron of them.
Yeah. Then that'd be a clusterfuck of robots, which is...
They already
but then fucking Wall-E could have had an orgy, bro.
Look,
he could have.
I could have my man Wall-E.
Oh, man, I really wish my boy Wall-E had an orgy.
Him and 20 Evas, that'd be fucking hot as fuck.
Yeah.
Well,
he'd solve the square peg and round hole issue with her.
I still believe the world's inside out.
Matt, you got a square peg over there?
He's square, she's rounds now.
Having a square cock, like a Minecraft ding.
I'm just a Minecraft boy trying to live in a Roblox world.
If the world got too fucked up and the rich people decided to go inhabit some other place, and they left all the poor people here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Would that mean that the really rich people that were able to fly away, would that mean that they would then turn into different classes and there'll be people that were billionaires but were considered poor on this planet, this new planet?
Yeah, they're poor up there, down here they're rich.
Yeah, we're all billionaires and trillionaires, but this house is worth like $10 billion.
So really, I'm poor.
I mean, that already exists, I guess, to an extent, but it would probably be more meaningful.
Yeah, I wonder what they would do for currency on Mars. Maybe like yellow rocks instead of red ones. Maybe they find some shit.
I just got a new theory.
Okay.
Yeah, theory.
Space junk, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. Okay, so we're talking about the inside out Earth, yeah?
Yes.
And when you go through this spot,
Wormhole, black hole, whatever
it is to get to the black, the abyss, right? You know, space junk, how it's like kind of like speaking, like the whole point of it is if space junk's flying, if there's too much space junk,
yeah,
and you go through it, everything that goes through, like a spaceship, would just get fucking demolished, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
Space junk too big.
So that spot is where all that space junk is connected together, and you have to go through that.
What spot? The
on the inside,
whatever it is, the wormhole or black hole.
Space junk?
There's space junk above our heads right now.
all the time.
Yeah.
Then that's how it would be.
Yeah, obviously.
So
wait, but why can't we see the space junk? Why does it look blue?
It's so far away.
I looked at Mason. He's like, "Yeah, that's why." Obviously. Why is the space junk created a wormhole again? Is it just like so
the
deeply
space junk
compressed?
hasn't created the wormhole.
It's just on the other side.
It's just drawn to it, so it's formed this shell around the wormhole.
Hang on, he's taking a big sip. He's ready to explain.
So you got the Earth here, right?
Yep.
Okay.
So I've got
the viewers at home can't see this, so he's holding a glass upside down.
Okay. So pretend this is the hollow Earth.
Okay.
Right.
Right.
The
and
base
that's
of the glass.
inside, yeah?
The center of the glass is the inside.
This could be anything. Whatever the fuck this is.
That is
right?
a water glass.
In
but yeah,
here,
go on.
okay? And then you have the spot which is in the middle of the sphere.
Right. The inside part.
Hypothetically speaking, on this point I'm trying to make,
okay,
is in this center point, there is space junk collision together, yeah?
Collision tower.
Yeah, okay.
Wait, it's all bunched into like a big...
Wait, but how did it get there?
Maybe it's attracted to the wormhole in some way.
If we're inside the whatever this is, if we're on the inside, like the hollowed out sphere, how did the space junk get in the middle of this area?
Yeah, isn't gravity pulling us down to the outside
Did
of
it
the
go
sphere
through
anyways?
the wormhole? And then
No, space junk is what we leave.
It's stuck.
It's like shit from rockets and stuff.
Oh, okay.
And
what? So there's like a failed moon landing up there and shit, and like all the satellites that are.
Yeah. Well, I mean, when you use a rocket, it separates into multiple parts, and they just leave that.
Yeah,
shit.
apparently it's like a big issue. There's a lot of space junk.
It sits on this level of like this gravitational level
Yeah.
where it's like it won't go lower or higher,
Just hanging in space.
kind of there.
Just chilling in space.
And like in perspective, it could be in the center, and to go through, if there's too much of it, then you can't go through it all. You'll never be able to go through.
So you're saying that by polluting the air with space junk, we are limiting our time frame to be able to leave this world?
Well,
Yeah.
here's the thing, Fitz.
Ooh.
Here's the thing. NASA's been telling us it's too far to get to Mars. It's too hard for us to send astronauts to Mars.
Pussies.
But in reality, they just can't get there because they can't get through the space junk.
That's right. Now, does the space junk have a condom on?
Is it being safe?
I don't know that part yet.
We'll have to talk to Houston at NASA HQ about that one. Interesting theory. Cool. Okay, so we're living in a hollow world. So why? I mean, because when you think about our experience here on Earth, being a human, living and such,
What's up to being human, living?
it feels like when you're walking around and we are traveling a long distance that you're going along a like a curvature.
When you imagine walking on Earth, right?
Yeah.
If you go far enough, if you could,
Yeah.
then you'd imagine going,
Like,
lower, like
down
a
and
hill.
around.
Yeah.
But are you saying that we're actually walking up a wall
It could be going up a wall.
and we just don't know it because gravity and shit?
Perspective,
Yeah.
gravity, fucked if I know.
What if you like look up? Shouldn't you be able to see the other side of the wall?
No, because there's space junk in the way, and the sky, like
and the space
ozone-
junk is all blue. So you
the
can't
space
see it.
junk is deeply hidden behind layers and layers of sky, so you can't see through it. Which is why.
That's
but
what
what
happens when it rains?
Except,
Does it just
wormholes
go like-
over the
except
sky.
at night. At night, you can see the stars, which is actually just LEDs from all the space junk.
Oh,
where's
yeah.
where's the sun? If we're in the
That's
sphere,
true. The sun. We
what
didn't
if-
talk about the light.
Is the sun inside
Yeah,
the
how's
sphere?
that work?
What if night and day separates that?
So when
Explain yourself right now.
What does that mean?
So
Say more right now.
so as the sun comes up, or the moon comes up,
Sure.
the world kind of flattens out.
And like flowers, like
Oh,
blossoms.
yeah. itself,
like a flower, right?
Yeah.
So the Earth is like a blossom.
Like like
Is it like that
it's
one-
it's like a wave.
Is it like that one
Okay.
YouTube video they showed how to turn
a
a
floating
sphere inside
pancake.
out?
And
And
maybe-
it does this weird fucking geometric patterns and shit.
Maybe the waves are keeping the space junk floating or some shit.
Okay, but
Okay.
what about this? What about this? What about because there's different time zones, right? So different parts of the world see the light at different times. So what if we aren't moving around the sun, but instead the world is like morphing around itself? So like Australia might be on the outside of the sphere during the day, but then it moves to the inside at night.
And that's why it
Right,
goes
yeah.
dark. You can't see the sun. And
Yeah,
shit.
makes
because
sense.
everything is the
Yeah.
entire like all of Earth is just moving around.
So it's like a
itself.
treadmill.
Yeah, like a
Yeah.
treadmill.
It's-
So,
Holy shit.
so we've established so far that the Earth
What if
is
we're just
a,
bacteria living
is a
on some
hollow
random treadmill?
semicircle
Treadmill.
that blossoms and moves like a treadmill.
No, with
Yeah.
dish semicircle theory, that's obviously completely ridiculous.
Even-
What we're talking about
We're
here
on
is
treadmill theory now.
We're talking about treadmill hollow Earth theory.
Oh,
Whole Earth treadmill
That's
theory.
right.
Okay.
So what we're dealing with here is
AKA preposterous.
it's not preposterous, and don't be stupid.
Okay.
Because it's actually really serious.
I think
what we're
I'm
talking
taking
about
this
here-
very seriously.
You
Cam.
are. I
think you are.
honestly, I
Doesn't sound
appreciate
like
the
it.
insight you're giving me because I'm really ignorant about this kind of stuff.
Just think
But
about
what-
that though in steps. Like
I'm
it's-
thinking.
Yeah.
It makes perfect sense. We're talking about like almost like a beautiful flower where during the day it blossoms open to gather the warmth from the sun,
Ah.
and during the night it closes,
Just
again,
closes. Oh shit!
which
yeah.
is why it gets so dark. And then you see all the LEDs from
And
the space
time zones
lights.
are a lie.
Time zones are complete
Yeah. What if it
bullshit.
just opens this? That's what it means with North and South Pole. The South Pole is like the base of it, where it all opens up, and all the compasses point north to the outside of it.
In fact, I would argue that airlines are in on this conspiracy,
Yeah.
and that they don't
And
even
Australia doesn't exist.
airlines do not even fly you anywhere. Airlines, you get on a plane and it's just screens by the windows, and you feel like you're flying. You're not flying.
Shakes it a bit.
What you're doing is teleporting between interdimensional airports.
Interesting.
Yeah. So like you'll get on the plane, you'll feel like you're taking off and everything. It's all a simulation, and you wake up
Yeah.
and you're in a different place on a different side of the petal of the blossoming flower that is the Earth.
Well, if let's cut that idea out.
Okay,
Okay.
you're right.
And
I
just,
was
just go to
you're
planes.
planes.
Okay.
So if this treadmill flower fucking inside out Earth theory
Yes.
was to be somewhat logical,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
then what the fuck? Where are the planes going?
Well, that's what I'm trying to figure out, and that's why
Well, they just go up in the air, and then the treadmill moves below them, And then they land.
They hover.
That makes sense.
Write that down.
But surely,
Jamie, write that down.
I got you. Surely, Mars is a sphere, though, right?
It is.
Yeah, but that's just
That's just Mars.
what we can
That's all I'm
see.
saying. Mars is an Earth.
In my mind, it is becoming less and less feasible that Mars exists.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
Where are the
You think it's
aliens
just a
coming?
red
Where are the
LED?
aliens coming from, though?
You know,
Aliens.
If it's not from Mars,
I don't believe in aliens.
when
that's
you're a
just fucking
baby
stupid.
and you're in a cot, right? And you have the little titties and stuff that dangle above you on
Wait.
what's a mobile?
Translate cot for American.
I know what a cot is.
You guys call it a cot?
It's a little bed.
Like a crib.
A crib.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So you know
not
how
like
you
a rapper
have
crib,
the
like a
mobiles
baby
above
crib.
your bed, they spin around and they have the little
Yeah, they
titties
got like
dangling
those
and
stars
stuff.
and all
I
that
think
shit.
the entire solar system is dangling on a giant mobile, and God is the baby in the crib.
The real question here is, who the fuck made that baby?
The baby can
Oh my
piss
God.
itself, and that's what rain is.
That's what it is.
that is
That is true.
I think we're onto something here.
Hang on,
The
I
baby
gotta call
can piss
NASA. Tell them I figured it out.
Sir, there's us. They're onto you. There's something you should know.
There's a
I
hurricane.
don't
It's
think
just
we
a
can
fart.
upload this podcast.
We can.
I think we're gonna get raided by the FBI.
There's
No,
a
it'll
good
be fun.
chance. We have to do it in pursuit of
I mean,
truth.
how else? I mean, this is still a good podcast. I'm so glad Alex Jones came on this week to interview all.
Dude, Alex Jones would ruin this podcast, man. He's got too many crazy theories.
I gotta be honest with you here. I'm a little bit retarded.
They make the babies nice and comfy. They just make them nice and comfy.
Yeah. I mean, Alex Jones is well known to have many ridiculous theories. What we're talking about here are cold, hard facts.
Yeah, this isn't just bullshit. We know.
Well, if NASA's like the fucking the lead of fucking space expedition, yeah.
Well said.
Never actually seen astronauts. NASA.
I haven't seen an astronaut. Have you? I've never seen one in person. Have you?
No.
I've never seen one.
Astronauts
They don't
exist.
exist.
Right. I've never seen an astronaut.
Yeah.
Really?
I mean, no, they're
I feel
real.
like you would have.
With me? I think when I was young, but I was too young to remember.
True.
I think it was
That
John.
means it's not
That was a
real.
false
I think
memory.
it was. I
False
think it was
memory.
John Glenn.
Not real.
Yeah. No, they implanted it in your mind to make you think you saw him as a kid.
We never
That
ate.
way
I
you
didn't
don't
see him.
question it.
I don't remember seeing him.
Our
What
memories
exactly?
are implanted.
Exactly.
We never age.
Guys, we're taking too much time with
Sorry.
nonsense.
Think
What are you
about
going to say?
Humans, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like everyone has a fear of claustrophobia.
Okay.
Everyone.
Not me. I mean, but go on.
Are you sure you're so fucking
If
tall?
No?
Regardless,
Okay.
so if perspection is taken out of the mix,
What does perspection
Perspection
mean?
is a word. Go
Can you
ahead.
explain that?
like your view, like everyone's individual view,
Perception.
perception, perspective.
Yes.
Yeah.
Those are
It's a
both
mix of
words.
both of those words. That works.
So NASA's logical fucking go-to would be, you know, like when they started doing all space expedition shit, like the Earth is round, right? Like that's their go-to. Like they probably had that theory as well.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, they are bound to have considered it.
Yeah, and for people and for humanity,
Yep.
maybe that's been the go-to, because if people were to think and have this idea stuck in their head that they were inside something that maybe
Oh, it made them claustrophobic.
claustrophobic.
He's
and
bringing it right back.
Oh,
Shit.
we've gone full circle or half
Full
semicircle.
inverted semicircle.
circle. Yeah,
Treadmill.
we've gone full
awesome.
treadmill, boys.
We've gone
full
concave,
treadmill.
everybody. That's
Yeah.
where we've gone. Listen, how does water work?
water.
Yeah.
Fucking tell me.
It doesn't even.
What is the ocean? Even?
What is the ocean?
What is that?
Water.
Mostly, yes. But
Yeah.
what else?
There's
Salt.
like
Rock.
Exactly.
Oh,
what do we
yeah.
know about salt?
Salt.
salt is it's salty, you know.
That's well said, but what
It's
else?
Similar color to cocaine.
Exactly.
Just
and
don't
what do we know
confuse
about
them.
cocaine?
Gets you high.
It gets you high. We're
But
high as
addictive.
fuck right now. Just kidding. We're actually all completely sober, I believe, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Totally.
the weirdest part about all this.
What do you mean weird?
I don't know. I'm just.
Just
I
discussing.
feel like this is an elaborate conversation.
You're right. You're right. It wouldn't
exploration.
work if we were stoned. It's
I don't know if that's better or worse. We're all sober.
anyway. I mean, here's the thing about inverted Earth theory is
inverted Earth theory,
Treadmill.
blossoming treadmill.
Yeah.
blossoming treadmill, go off sister theory.
Yeah.
The ocean is real. Agree.
It is
Yeah.
Israel. Yeah.
Agree. Plus, like.
And
What if, right?
Yeah.
The ocean, it's flat, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
mostly?
As soon as you put your fucking toe in,
Yeah.
like that's something else.
Yeah.
Like it's like the ground. Like it's flat until you dig, kind of thing.
Well, if you put your like toe in it and the water level rises, like even like in Japan, is it like instant? It rises by like
Shut
half
up,
a...
cunt. I'm trying to think.
Please stop with this complete gibberish.
I'm trying to put it out before we elaborate on it, okay?
Okay.
So back on the inside out shit.
Yeah.
Okay. The water levels can also be on the outside as well as the ground.
Of course.
Yeah.
Okay.
And what if gravity's or something to do with fucking gravity is the reason that
it stays? Because you think if we're inside a hollow Earth and there's water on the ceiling, so to speak, whatever that means, why isn't it falling? Is gravity?
That's the centrifugal force.
Okay,
Oh, so it's spinning. It's a treadmill. It's spinning constantly.
Yeah, it spins and takes the water with it.
But we don't know what's on the outside. What if the outside is just water?
What if we are living inside
A fish tank.
A snow globe.
What if we are living inside a literal like micro cell bubble in the depths of the ocean of a different planet, bigger than any of us, with beings with higher consciousness than any of us will ever experience in our lifetime?
We live in a simulation.
I'm serious.
I mean, the thing about stuff like that is you can't disprove it.
You're right.
Yeah.
And you're also not wrong. So I can't disprove that either.
A bunch of fucking scientists think that existence is fractal, and that by going into a black hole, you're going into another universe or the creation of another universe. And that those universes have black holes that
Is that how they
you
interlink?
can go into, and
Black holes.
it's a theory, but yeah. Technically, wormholes should work in theory,
maybe.
Yeah.
but we've never observed a wormhole.
So if you could go through a wormhole, I feel like that's like bouncing off something.
It's
Like you're bouncing.
it's warping.
You're going through something.
You're
It's
warping.
pulling you
You're
through.
warping the fabric of space-time. So, if you have a piece of paper, and you know, say one end here is Earth, and then this end here is Mars, and you just want to go there quick, you bend space-time like this to bring them closer together without breaking.
And then you just pass through.
Without breaking like the laws of physics, like traveling faster than the speed of light.
Interstellar. It was an Interstellar, right?
Interstellar
I mean, it's a
did that.
well-known kind of thing, but
Interstellar
I think
well.
actually had one of the like best perceptions of like space-time
they folded
travel.
a piece of
It was
paper and
super
shoved
cool.
a pencil through it.
Yeah, yeah, no. I mean, like just in general, how they made it look when they were entering the.
that was crazy.
Well, it was very much how it would look. If you're going
Yeah.
through a wormhole, you'd see the entire universe reflected through it.
At least we believe so.
Well, speaking of Interstellar,
Yeah,
I was watching that on the plane to LA.
I watched on the way home. It was
Great movie.
great. It was great. I was also baked as fuck, so it was even better.
my ass was clenched that whole movie,
Lit.
and
Great for your ass muscles.
definitely.
Good
And
workout.
Get
Finally-
those glutes going.
Finally got to the bit where they entered the wormhole,
Yeah,
and as soon as they fucking entered it, the plane started shaking.
best time.
It started shaking.
The best
Turbulence.
time.
Like a
I
4D
think.
movie. It's great.
Yeah, I
It
was
scared the shit out of me.
watching Interstellar on a plane is a really good idea. It's actually a lot of fun.
Yeah, when
That's the same place I saw it too for the
I
first
always
time.
hate watching it baked or whatever, because whenever it gets to the point when like he gets back and is going through all the voice
so
logs of his
sad.
family, I start tearing
Yeah,
up.
I started tearing up at that point as well. It was
It's
actually so sad.
You just feel it, dude. Matthew
Yeah.
McConaughey is so fucking hot. He can say anything. And
Oh,
just
dude,
know.
I stand. But back to the discussion ahead. No, it is sad. I mean, imagine being in space and to you it feels like a normal amount of time is passing, but back home, like your
Like
kids are
decades
fucking
and
all of a
shit.
sudden 28.
Yeah.
Relativity, dude. That shit's whack.
So crazy. Yeah, because there's like two how would you say it? Like perceptions of time. There's the time that you experience, which is just like moment to moment, right?
Yeah.
Like, and that's all. It's never
Time's
gonna
all
feel
relative. It's
That's
all
always just
relative.
going to feel relative to you and your situation day by day. And then there's like actual time, which is across all things, dimension of time.
What is it really?
There's no-
Because in your perception,
time
it's
is a
the same.
legitimate variable.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're traveling
not a
at the
constant.
speed of light,
Yeah,
things are going to progress faster.
Yeah, I know,
around you.
but I'm saying that's irrelevant to your perception of time, which is just your moment to moment existence.
Surely.
You know what I mean? So it's like even though technically you might be older based on the dimension or whatever the fuck you want to call it of time, like to you, you're gonna feel like 2 years younger or whatever because your moment to moment existence doesn't get sped up by that.
right.
It's kind of crazy, right?
What if that's why if you like when you die, they freeze
you
you in
laughing?
ice because ice is like makes everything
Ice
stand
baby.
still
Stand still.
and everything else moves around you.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Makes you think.
I'm laughing because I wasn't listening. And I just came back and I was like, what the fuck is happening? The fuck is Fitz rambling about?
I'm just rambling about time, you know. I mean, you know.
Talked about fucking billionaires and shit escaping to Mars, but there's really nothing to escape to, man. That place is a fucking hellscape.
Unless they renovate the shit out of it.
Yeah, just build a mall.
There'll just be a big
Nice
sign there.
parking lot.
That's what they'll do is the first time they land there, they'll put one of those big ass billiard signs. It's like, new mall center coming soon in like next 100 years or something.
As long as I can get my Starbies in the morning, like, I'm fine.
What was that
Mars
show?
Bucks.
Mars Bucks.
What was that show where they put an RV in front of a house after they make it over and they're like, move that bus?
That's Extreme
that was
Makeover
Extreme
Home Edition.
Makeover
yeah.
Mars Edition.
Move
TV
that
show.
shuttle.
To Ready Mars for Billionaires.
Oh my god, Mars, your skin is so dry.
Oh my God, Mars, you have so many craters in your face, Mars.
Look at that moisturize.
You have really red skin. You should put on some sunscreen.
Is Mars the best bet we have as far as a planet to live on?
I think so.
so
It's
far?
the closest that we have.
We could establish a cloud city on Venus.
Is
I think they said the
is Venus a gas?
No,
Right.
it's the most
it is.
similar size to Earth. It has a very thick atmosphere.
Like
and
cold
for
as
the-
fuck?
No, very, 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 very hot.
Oh, it hot out there.
Extremely fucking hot.
Like LA hot?
Like, yeah, like dude, like fucking LA hot, yo. But dude, like I remember, well, my dad tells me this, but when he grew up, everybody thought that Venus was like the twin sister to Earth, and that underneath all the clouds, because we could only look at it and see it was covered in clouds.
Sure.
So we're like, oh well, maybe the surface is life, and it's you could inhabit it, and then so they sent a fucking. They sent a fucking lander to take some pictures, and it lands. And oh, hey, it's raining sulfuric acid, and you can't breathe. And it's, dude, have you ever? I'll pull up a fucking. My phone's off.
Yeah, Jamie, pull that up real quick.
Literally pull up a picture of fucking Venus. Like the picture that it took, it looks just like. Oh my! It looks fucking horrifying.
Kind of
Like
worse
the-
than Florida.
I know. Yeah, you should talk about home
They
state.
got alligators there, and they're scary.
Yikes.
And they got local Florida man. That dude scares the fuck out of me. Do you see how much trouble that one dude gets in? It's fucked.
Florida man, he's the world's worst superhero.
Yeah.
But on Venus, they came up with the idea. It's possible to colonize Venus. It's just that because the atmosphere gets really, really dense, and then if you landed on the surface of Venus, you'd be crushed and incinerated and all that shit. But if you are at a certain altitude above the clouds or in the clouds, it's like the same gravity is Earth, the same like.
So we'll just build the cloud city
yeah,
there.
the
then.
same pressure, the same atmospheres that Earth would be. So if you send, like if you build a ship in orbit or whatever, bring it down, or however they were going to do it, you could have a city on blimps, like Cloud City from fucking Star Wars.
Yeah,
Oh,
we can
yeah.
meet
It's
very possible.
Wando Calrissian, and he can fight Darth Vader. And Darth Vader can be there with fighting Han Solo, and then Leia go, no, no, no. Very epic.
Guys, thank you
Wars.
for listening to the Misfits podcast.
And thank you to ExpressVPN and Credit Karma for sponsoring this episode.
That's
we
right.
appreciate it.
We hope you're having a blessed Hollow Earth Day.
Rotating, flowering blossom
Hollow,
treadmill.
look, Hollow semicircle.
I shortened it to keep things simple, guys. We all know that we're living on a blossoming treadmill, Hollow Earth. Okay, like everyone's aware.
There's a high chance.
Well, the space junk.
There's a very high chance.
Very high chance.
Very high.
We'll see you next week, guys. Follow us on Twitter at Misfits, Instagram at Misfits. Check out the YouTube channel Misfits on YouTube. And we'll see you next week for more absolute nonsense. Bye.
I'm gonna tweet at NASA.